Good day. My name is Larry Flores. In behalf of Luisito Vicente, Mark Alvin Montino, and Raymart Balmaceda from Group Number 1, today we will be presenting our research study for Advanced Optimization Techniques 1. Let's begin. Our research is entitled Improvement and Analysis of Project Program by Application of Network Analysis, PERT CPM. The content of this presentation includes the abstract, introduction, methodology, data collection, results, and discussion, and conclusion. First, let us tackle the abstract of the research. Inherent in project management is the risk that a project fails to meet planned completion deadlines due to delays experienced in individual activities. As such, certain critical tasks may be candidates for risk management to avoid delays. A common means to identify such critical tasks is with the critical path method, or CPM, which identifies a path of tasks in a project network that, when delayed, result in project delays. When the distributions of task completion time are delayed, this work offers a complementary stochastic approach to CPM that ranks tasks based on their effect on the project completion time distribution. However, the Project Evaluation and Review Technique, or PERT, provides a significantly different stochastic analysis for projects based on relevant and validated theory. It is complicated but simple to utilize in operation. It is intended to improve current project programs so that they may be introduced without jeopardizing previous investment in project management systems. Furthermore, PERT allows the application of the basic sequencing and crashing models developed under CPM to stochastic reality. This paper is based on a case study of a well-known Qatari construction company. This company is constructing recreational facilities in Lusail, Qatar, which is scheduled to open before the FIFA 2022 World Cup. Researchers believe that using network analysis, or PERT CPM, will greatly benefit the project program. The outcome of this study can raise awareness of the benefits of the project management application among construction organizations that have not yet adopted it, such as minimize delays, interruptions, and conflicts. Now let us discuss the introduction and the objectives of this study. Due to the rapidly approaching FIFA World Cup event, which will be held in the state of Qatar, project management of closely related large projects like a recreational facility or water park is most at risk of the project failing to complete on schedule due to delays. The traditional project management system cannot meet the demands of today's projects, as a countless amount of information and data on a project is always changing. The construction of a chosen project in the state of Qatar may be impacted by a variety of factors or causes of construction project delay. Ineffectiveness, inaccurate budgets, bad weather, COVID-19, labor issues, and project scheduling are just a few. The project will suffer and fail into delay if it is not managed and planned effectively and efficiently. Critical path method, which is typically required in major project contracts in Qatar, was used to evaluate the task required for project completion in order to address these problems, and a project evaluation and review technique that intends to improve the current project program. Primavera P6 was chosen as the automated computer application to be used for the investigation. Primavera P6 was used to create the CPM schedule in order to determine the project's critical path, duration, and activity flows. As stated by Mahure, Primavera software has been used because it is used for large projects and finds comparable and optimum project plans to stimulate the adjustments. The wide acceptance of this software, especially in industries of developing cities, has made the project managers to easily handle the large projects effectively and also resulted in low cost as when compared to conventional methods of management of a project. The objective of this study: by using data gathered from the construction company's ongoing projects in the state of Qatar, the aim of this study is to examine the likelihood that the chosen project will be finished on schedule using PERT CPM techniques. The following table shows the total budgeted cost and duration for each construction stage, which serve as the project's two baselines of the project's schedule. At the same time, the performance percentage to complete the project together with its revised program shows in Table 2. The contractor's decision to maintain the original baseline or to modify the baseline program at the revised budgeted cost will be assessed by this study. Table 1 shows the total budgeted cost and duration for each construction stage from original and revised baseline. Table number 2 shows the original and revised program performance percentage to complete the project.
On my part, I will be discussing methodology. The following tasks were completed to help the research reach its goals. A Qatari construction company chose a current project to analyze the timetable for employing CPM or PERT. A building schedule model was obtained that incorporates the budget costs and duration and has more than 13,000 construction activities for the development of recreational facilities. Primavera P6 was chosen as the automated computer application to be used for the investigation. Primavera P6 was used to create the CPM schedule in order to determine the project's critical path, duration, and activity flows. Calculation of time and cost trade-offs were made to establish the ideal project duration. Now let's move on with the data collection. This study collects data through observation and case studies, which provide information for future research based on studies findings. This study uses the ongoing project of a construction company in the state of Qatar for the construction of recreational facilities as a case study. Based on the data assigned for this study, the schedule model has been prepared and need to update due to some circumstances that have been arised following the date of signing of the contract, including the effects of COVID-19 pandemic measures. Hence, the contractor stated that it is facing financial difficulties with respect to cash flow, which affecting the progress and completion of the works. Following the consultant's recommendation and assessment on the current status of the project, and the contractor's request to extend the time for completion up to the handover and issuance of occupancy certificate from the authorities on or before 15 of November 2022. This study examines the timeline for all the activities related to building recreational facilities that are scheduled to take place between May 29, 2020 and November 15, 2022. CPM and PERT approach will be used with the help of computerized scheduling software since there were more than 13,000 construction activities, and with these many activities, manual calculation was impossible.
For review and discussion part of our report, I will be discussing to you the critical path method and program evaluation review techniques. The study focuses on a Qatari construction company, a construction firm that was established in 1998 and is ranked among the top 5 grade A firm in the state of Qatar. It mostly engaged in EPC project. The ongoing project for the construction of recreational facility will be discussed of our study. This leads to the use of the P6 Primavera software for the critical path analysis and review methodologies. The P6 software is used as a tool to optimize the project resources, shorten its overall length, and reduce its overall costs. In order to shorten the project duration and resources that were always available, general schedule control approach using crushing method were used. And because the construction project tends to be in large scale and complex in nature, the old methods or manual calculation of resource management cannot be handled. As a result, the project manager of the project uses Primavera software to get around these challenges and manage the project properly. Using the Primavera software, the schedule model was effectively used to achieve a number of goals, including identifying the critical activities, resource allocation, and budgeted costs. The schedule model was tested under similar scenarios that took into account the trade-off between time, cost, and efficiency, and gives the project manager a flexible schedule as a solution, and they carefully and conveniently analyze each activity to determine how many workers should be assigned and how many hours should be worked in each day. In the next slide, a table depicts a high-level result of the Primavera software where it automatically calculated the critical path. The result of the study made completion the forecast of the project using the data obtained from the P6 program and using the CPM method will be shown in this section. The findings pointed out to a 902 days time frame between May 29, 2020 and November 15, 2022, with a total budgeted cost of 1,024,756,345 Qatari Riyal. The project team received a list of activities that needs to be prioritized in order for the project to move forward without delay and be successful from the critical path analysis. As shown in the next slide, which the table of the high-level result of the Primavera software that were automatically calculated. Also, a network model called PERT provides for the randomness in which an activity will be completed. By completing the project overall in the allotted time, the Primavera software offers an assessment of the likelihood of meeting a certain milestone. The program outputs also facilitates the examination of cost and time optimization. This is the result of the critical path analysis that's shown the critical path activities along with the budgeted costs. The critical path activities shown in this table are the zero flow. For the graphical result of this study, the P6 represents a Gantt chart as shown in the next slide in the figure 1. The black represents the finished activities, the green represents the ongoing activities, and the red represents the critical activities. Also in figure 2, the P6 filters the longest path or the critical activities where red indicates a critical activities and black indicates the finished activities. Figure 3 and 4 illustrate as the part of the network and overall network diagram that Primavera was used to generate from the construction schedule. This is the high-level overall program As it was discussed earlier, the blue is the finished activity, red is the critical activities, and the green is the ongoing activities. This is the filtered critical path activities from the construction model. Also, this is the part of the network diagram extracted from the overall construction schedule that shown the network diagram. If you can see in this picture, the red box represents the critical activities. Also, in this, this is the overall network diagram extracted from the schedule using the Primavera software. For the proposed improvement, the researcher must assist a PERT-based model that facilitates time-related project risk management based on the result of the Primavera software in order to decide each activity needs to be aligned in order to meet the time requirements at the lowest possible cost.
Good day, everyone. I am Raymart A. Balmaceda, and I will discuss the conclusion of our research paper. This study relates to the construction industry, where the construction of recreational facilities, EPC project, is a very challenging project that complies with all pertinent project management standards, guidelines, and norms. Since there were more than 13,000 activities in total, it was difficult to pinpoint the critical activities and compute the optimal time using the conventional approach of computing CPM PERT. By examining the critical path using automated tools such as Primavera P6, it will be simpler to identify which activities are predecessors or successors and which activities can be accelerated. As a result, there are 105 significant activities in total in the scheduling model. This activity makes it easier for the project management team to track and reschedule to arrive at the most optimal project schedule based on the anticipated project completion. As it is only undertaken in one project and is only focused on finding the critical activities, this has a number of limitations. To discover the best timetable model, the future study appears to require running PERT model simulations and conducting sensitivity analysis. That's all. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.